All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. We are continuing our FANG and blue chip technical analysis. We'll be doing Disney and Walmart on this video. Real quick, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up. We have our 5 moving averages, these horizontal support and resistance lines, and then when I'm done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Really quickly, if you can please like or subscribe, it helps with the YouTube algorithms. Otherwise, I sincerely appreciate your time, and let's get on into this, right? So, look, I say it often, right? Good things happen when you're over the 8. Good things also happen when you're over 8 in the 20, right? Definitely bad things happen when you're under it, and you can definitely see that right there, right? Again, good up, bad under, right? Real bad under both, right? So it's just that's my game. We're hoping to use this as a moving support line versus these stagnant ones that I draw horizontally myself, right? And then again, from there, hopefully we just start breaking. And that's basically what happens here, right? Once we get over the 8, we break the 20, then we break the 50, then we break the 100, then we break the 200. And that entire time, we never lose the 8. Right? It definitely starts a little under there, but clearly closes well over. There was a bounce right there. I mean, it never loses the 8. That's a beautiful thing. We just had another golden cross right there where the 20 broke above the 200. That's a good thing, right? Because look, it seems like we might be coming down. Again, we've had a couple moments where it's curved, but all it's really done is stayed on the 8, right? Definitely looks like the 8 isn't going as up anymore, and really just kind of the last few of the FANG and blue chips kind of seem to be saying it's starting to slow down. And again, look, you can see the RSI. Again, green is good, red is bad, right? So we don't like that the green is under. What I also don't like is it seems like it wants to slope down even more, right? So that's definitely a little worrisome, right? And again, I think it goes with this up here. What I generally don't like is if we get a big candle, at least hold half of it. I say 50% candle often, and the fact that I mean, literally, I gotta zoom in to see it. Did we close? No, we didn't lose under it. So this one looks like it actually did open down here. I'm glad we didn't like literally lose the whole thing, but obviously there's a minuscule left about that candle, right? So yeah, I do think we're gonna come to the 8. I'm not sure if we're going to hold the 8, I'll be honest, because again, like I've said, most of the other stocks that we've seen in this same time frame have at least lost the 8 once and used the 20 as a bounce point at least once. I think we're going to lose the 8, come down to the 20, and hopefully go back up. I for sure don't want to lose the 200, right? Because this isn't a wild profit, right? It's definitely very good, easy trading, and there's nothing better than having good, easy trading, right? Nonetheless, it really will take off if it can get a good confirmation like up, right? Generally, when it breaks the last line, I'm hoping for it to do that, right? Not necessarily this kind of stretched out line. So there should still be some good profits to be made. Our next line's actually up here. I can maybe draw another one right here. Nice, we've already passed that. I like that. So I'm not going to draw a new one. But yeah, look, if we can hit the 8 and keep going, cool. If we do come down a little bit, hopefully we'll hit the 20 by this 106. But really, I'm still bullish here in terms of what looks like is happening, right? It seems like all of these are now going to start going up, right? And hopefully we, at the worst case, go horizontal, but it at least seems like this hard down is pretty much over, right? So I'm still thinking we'll hit this 121. Let's see what this weekly does look like. Again, this is a good weekly, right? Sorry to zoom in and out so much, but you break a line, good confirmation. You break a line, I wish this was a little better confirmation, but we're still at least higher than last week's, right? So hopefully, where are we compared to this? Yeah, hopefully we can at least break that, maybe even come to like 113, and that's actually where we wicked it, right? 50% of this thing is where I was going. If we can end Friday at 113, I'd be really happy with that, actually. It would give us a little bit better confirmation of this 50 on the weekly. That golden cross, yeah, it did happen right there on the weekly. Nice, cool. How long has it been since this 50 broke? And again, it's been a little more than a year since this 50 broke, right? So I definitely want better confirmation than that last week. Give me one more up here. I'll call that confirmation. And yeah, we're going to 120. If Friday ends 113, 120 is super likely. If Friday ends below the 50, if we come to, what's the 50 out? If we close at 108 or under on Disney, I'd be a little worried for sure. And if we close under 108, yeah, we're probably gonna, from there it'll be that 20 for sure. Yeah, hopefully we catch the 20 soon, go back up, and flat's not that bad actually for Disney, because again, that's a real nice movement. It just really didn't take off as much after it broke the last one. So just my 2 cents there. WNT. Walmart. Okay, real interesting. Oh man, that's not what I expected Walmart to look like. So I know Walmart had made a decent move. Yeah, right there. I remember watching this thing. And again, just goes right back to what I was saying, right? If you can break the last one, right, the 200 moving average, you really should fly, right? So a little disappointed again that Disney didn't do it. Just touching on that one more time. But again, over the 8, over the 20 is really good. Once you lose the 8, I'm kind of game over right there, 100%. Once you lose the 20 as well, it's no bueno, right? What's happening now is actually something I really don't like. Sorry to zoom in and out so much. Where's the best view? All right. That's still the best view. 1, 2, 3. We have 4 out of the 5 moving averages basically moving in a horizontal channel. I do not like that at all, because really anything can happen when it's like this. I call this a tornado, right? You're either gonna break this top one and fly, or you're gonna lose this bottom one and die. It really is what happens, right? And what I really don't like right now is, look, we entered it, all right? We're at the top. We then come to the bottom. We then can't continue back up to the top. We basically stall at 50%, starting to look like we're going to go to the top of the channel, but then no. Very, very dramatically, we actually come right at the bottom again, right? So that's definitely not a good thing. I don't like the MACDs in the negative, all right? Obviously, the green is over the red, but yeah, there's no like upward belief, right? It seems like this is about to go down. This has definitely been pretty horizontal, but I see that little guy peaking right there. A lot of selling right there, right? When you get to the 50 moving average volume, that's a good thing. When they're red candles, that means too many people are selling, right? So technically under the 8 and the 20, technically we're kissing this 100, right? It seems like we're gonna lose the 100, and I'll draw a line right here, I guess. If we lose 139, we're definitely coming to the 200 down here at 137. After 137, it could get a little ugly. Let me go to the weekly. Let's see if the weekly has a nice candle. If not, we're basically, for lack of words, the line's probably going to be around 132. I know that doesn't seem monstrous, but you're coming up on a 10% loss right there, right? And it actually seems like it could be a pretty quick and drastic one, actually, if it works out the way it seems like it is. So look, I say all the other weekly charts across this FANG and blue chip video that I'm doing, for the most part, all of them have been over the 8 on the weekly. This being Walmart, has literally been struggling to get over the 8 for most of December onward, right? So that's not a good thing. If the weekly is struggling to break the 8, your daily's not going to do that well. And that's literally what happens, right? It's been either horizontal or a bad downtrend, right? So you need good weekly charts to sincerely believe that the dailies are going to be good, right? And it was really nice. We were riding the 8 pretty nicely. Then we nicely ride, and then boom, right? So again, zoom out and then zoom in. Again, that's not a good MACD. That's not a good RSI, and they both kind of look the same. We were already negative on the daily. It looks like we're about to come negative on the weekly. And what I actually don't like here, you can see the 50 moving average was well above that 40 million line, right? And then slowly but surely, we're actually lowering volume. and that's not good. You want volume to be going up, not going down enough to where the 50 moving average is starting to go down, right? So that's looking bad, that's looking bad, that's looking bad. It looks like that's not looking good, right? And one more time, that 132 target we just gave on the other one, that's a 132 right here, right? So I do think that is where our line is going to be. I'll just draw it here because literally that's where we talked about it on the other side. And why did I know that right there? Let me just zoom out and show you. Oh, where is it? 130. Yeah, right here. Perfect. You generally, it's real easy to lose these ups. Okay. I like these downs because ideally you can fill it with an up, right? This green, green, green is going to be real easy to go red, 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 especially once we lose this horizontal, right? That's basically this line right here. It's just a nice little green slide down to basically that number here, right? Hopefully this guy can catch it, the 200, but yeah, it just seems like it does not seem good. All right, I'll say that much. The one thing you can maybe kind of try to squeeze out of here, so it looks like this might be the top of the channel, then it comes to the bottom, then kind of sits to the middle, then goes here. But again, I think these four are a little tighter than the full five. That's why I kind of focus there. But again, yeah, I think you lose this, you'll probably come here. Hey, maybe this will be enough to bounce it. But yeah, from there, I don't know if you're going to take the 100. So be careful with Walmart. This actually might be the worst one across the blue chips at least. So hey, I appreciate your time. I hope you're learning. More videos are coming.